Hello everyone and welcome back. So, I started this business 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. I'm not 100% sure. But one of the original designs that I did from back then was a mandala hat. So I'll pop it up on the screen here. I loved this design. I loved the colors of it. I loved doing the painting in the white on the burgundy color. It was really cool. So I think we should not recreate this, but have some more mandalas on hats, because who doesn't love a mandala? So this week we are burning and painting some mandalas on a hat. It might turn out a little bit like this. I don't know. I haven't gone to sketching and stuff yet, so we'll get there with that plan, but I'm quite excited. So guys, stick around and let's see how this hat gets on. Also, I've noticed in videos that you guys seem to love the burned hats more than you love vinyl on hats. I'm not quite sure why that is, but let me know in the comments below. Do you prefer burn hats, vinyl hats, or do you just want to see everything so you can learn more? I always want to learn more, so that's why I kind of try and mix things up a little bit. Just a quick catch up. So you've just seen me print out some mandalas in different sizes. This is because I can now. The first time, I'm sure there is actually a video. I'll link the video below of the first mandala hat that I did, but I did it freehand. There was none of this printing things out, copying it onto tracing paper with a transfer pen. So we're going to try it this way this time, and it means that we can have a better, more intricate design, and it will probably look a bit neater rather than me freehanding a mandala. So that is what we're doing. Also, I'll link that video below if I can find it. I'm sure I'll find it.
game. It's a rich thing.
Okay, I really like it. I even like it just like this, just burned. I can't make my mind up. Do I leave it just burned? Or do I paint it? Or do I do the whole of the top of the brim and leave it burned, or paint it? I can't make my mind up. I think what I'm going to do is, now when I can't make my mind up with things, or I think, does it need a bit more or something, I put it up on the wall and then I just look at it from afar for a little while. And then it usually comes to me if I figure out that I like it or I don't, or it needs something else. So it's turned out pretty good so far. It is very tricky because it's line work. Line work can be a pain, especially if you don't transfer the image completely on and you're left with really faded lines. It can be a little bit tricky, but I do like it. And yeah, I'll put it on the wall and see how I feel about it for a while, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit.
Are you dead? Did you die? Are you dead, kitty? Hmm? Where you going?
Okay, so you guys seen me do some more detail on it, and I think it turned out really nice. I'm not gonna put paint on it. I know I said I was gonna put paint on it at the start of the video, but the lines are so close to each other that I think if I went over it with paint, I'd start to lose the lines, and it'd just look messy that way. So I'm gonna leave this one the way it is. I might at some point add a bit on the inside, but I'm not 100% sure if I would even put it in the shop. But I am gonna do another hat, not in this video because this video is already really long, but I will do another hat with mandalas and we'll paint it together. So with that being said, thanks for coming and hanging out as always. If you'd like to subscribe, please do so. Always drop a like or a comment, but that is it for this week. I will see you next week.